Good morning and welcome back to another video. This morning, this camera almost got me killed. I'd like to offer my first major criticism of the Insta360 X3. I was just trying to get to me mode. It's one of the recording modes, and I could not for the life of me figure out the menu. And once I pressed something on the screen, it just kept saying swipe right for blah blah blah, swipe left, and I'm just pressing record. I'm like, I don't care, record, and every time I pressed it, it refused to record. I'm swiping down, I'm swiping left. The menu makes zero sense. It's a guessing game and it's horrible. The only reason why I haven't stumbled upon this little travesty in the past is because I've never messed with the menu. I always just record on one setting, and that's that. I don't ask questions, I don't look around, I don't try to get creative. This bulldozer is making me nervous. I'm just gonna try to get out of his clutches. Whoa. What's going on this morning? Whoa, my goodness. Really? That whole area needs to be repaved. I appreciate the bulldozer moving over. He's like, this guy is going to get himself killed this morning. My goodness. He sees me bouncing around on that pavement. He's like, what is this guy thinking? I agree with you, Mr. Bulldozer. There's some nonsense going on this morning. Just absolute anarchy. My knee pads are slid all the way down to my ankles right now. I'm wearing shorts, so there's nothing for them they usually grip onto my pant legs. So it's just, there's no pant leg, they're sliding right down. And all those bumps did not help. Whoa, it's still bumpy. Am I in the twilight zone this morning? Why is it so bumpy? It's never this bumpy. Oh man. Yeah, so the Insta360 menu is garbage. 100% pure garbage. It's just a guessing game. Swipe right. Oh, here's a set of menus that you don't need and don't know how to get out of. Because I'm trying to swipe in the opposite direction and there's no reaction. There's no response. And then I'm swiping down. And then maybe there's a response after the second or third consecutive swipe, which takes you somewhere else that you don't need. I don't want to go to that stinking part of the menu. And then I'll press it again. So I'm like, okay, how do I just press a button to go back to the home screen? Nope. You're gonna have to navigate your way out of this maze. Keep guessing which series of secret swipes takes you to somewhere that might be helpful to you. Keep on swiping. Up, down, left, right. We've got all the swipes and none of them do what you want. Is there any way to know what I might be doing? Yeah, read the menu. Read the manual that came with your camera before you leave the house, and make sure you memorize everything, because nothing will be intuitive. Nothing will be self-indicating. Nothing will be well planned on this operating system for this camera. This camera will get you, and meanwhile I'm riding through traffic. I'm trying to stay with the light before it turns red. So I'm catching each yellow light. And I'm hoping, okay, some button is going to start recording. And I can't even get the thing to record. I mean, I'm pressing, there's an actual hard physical button to record on the bottom. And I'm pressing it and it's not even responding. It's not recording, it's not doing anything. They're like, you are not on the right screen or menu to start recording. Therefore, you shall have nothing. Keep riding and dodging potholes and enjoying your morning ride, and none of it will be captured because you, sir, are a buffoon who does not know how to use his camera. Just keep swiping and guessing. Finally, you know what I did? I had to hold the power button, turn it off, waited a whole bunch of seconds for that to happen. I am guessing like 5-10 seconds for it to power down completely. And it did this little jingle, and never have I been more agitated to hear a shutdown jingle than when I'm doing 25 miles an hour in the street trying to get my recording going. And then finally it shuts down. Then I turn it back on, and once again the turn on jingle. And finally I hit record, and I honestly at this point wasn't even expecting it to record. I'm like, for all I know, for how frustrating this has been, I'm gonna go ahead and guess that it's gonna put me back on the menu I was on and make me still have to navigate my way out of it before it starts recording. It's not gonna let me get off that easy. But sure enough, pressing the record button, it did start recording. It finally reset the menu by turning it off and turning it back on. Hey, Insta, can you just pretend you're using the camera and then see if it makes sense? So if you're using the camera and it makes 0 sense, maybe go back to the drawing board and say, okay, well, let's make it where like a person can use it without having to go online and Google it. Let's make the camera, I mean, we have a huge screen. Let's make the camera have an operating system that a person can look at what's on the screen and then know what to do by looking at what's on the screen. I think we've reached that point in our modern age where that's like a reasonable expectation. You know what I mean? Let's just try that. Let's see if that works. Folks, thanks for listening to my angry rant. Have a great day. Goodbye.